Welcome back to Retro Wednesday at the Tidarium Hangar. This is Mike, and today I want to talk to you about the vintage G.I. Joe Dragonfly and Tigerfly. This is a recolored version of the Dragonfly. I think there's 5 different colors of the Dragonfly, but my favorite nowadays is the Tiger Force because of the fact that it's so bright, stands out on a shelf, and oddly enough, because I hated Tiger Force back in the day, and I appreciate it now. But today we're going to talk about both of these vehicles because they're mostly the same vehicle with different pilots. We're going to talk about this and more coming up. So we're going to start out looking at the Dragonfly itself. Now this was a vehicle I had as a kid, was not my absolute favorite, but one of my favorites. The favorite slot goes to the G.I. Joe Well. The hovercraft was so well done, but it was fragile. It didn't bother me back in the day. But with this one, this had a lot of play value. It was a whole lot of fun. And the fact that you could put a second figure in it, it was not a one-man vehicle. It was a two-man vehicle or one-man vehicle. So it's pretty good, pretty fun. But even back in the day, I knew it had a lot going on, but I just didn't realize how much they put into this vehicle. The obvious first feature of this is the spinning and mechanism that gets this whole blade system going. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And the fact that years later it still works. The internal mechanism was one of those that was already pre-done, and then you just clip the other parts on. So it's really hard to get in there and fix it if it doesn't work because they sonic welded so much with that. But that was a lot of fun. I think that was probably the main feature most kids remember. But before we get into all the other features, let's just take a look at the design of this guy, which is super cool. And from a add-on nose cone to built-in guns we'll talk about, and all of the different stickers. Of course, a Dragonfly sticker on it, and pretty cool. Some of my stuff's not stuck on the right way. I mean, I don't know if kids put them on or the parents just were quickly trying to get it done for their kids and whatnot, but it's still pretty cool. And this one's kind of rubbed off just a bit. Got a star on the back here. And I guess I'm missing this on this one. All right, let's bring in another one that's got one on it. So we got this piece here on the end, and maybe this one is in better shape, better stickers on it. So we'll look at this one. So anyhow, it's pretty cool looking vehicle overall. So let's go ahead, since I have this one out, and get into all of the different functions and features. It has a variable capture area air intake, a 317A high-resolution radar, a 25mm Vulcan Gatling cannon, an M34 grenade launcher, carbon-reinforced main rotor. Pilot position, they say, is in the front, with a diffusion bonded canopy. Gunner position, they say, is in the back. Sidewinder air-to-ground missiles, Sidewinder HE missiles, maintenance access panel, and engines. They call the engines twin turbo shaft engines. These the wings are called weapon pylons. Rear horizontal stabilizer right here, and then these are the V offset V-tail. What they call that. This is a counter-rotating turbine and a rescue winch hook. A lot of fun. A few side notes about these features in here. First off, this gun, I just found out recently that there's an adjustable one, which is probably the one I had, because I'm pretty sure I had the very first one that came out back in the day, but you could adjust these up and down. I don't have them. I'm sure that's highly sought after, because this cheaper one that's just one formed molded plastic is probably the one that you have on most of these. Also, it's really hard to find. Sometimes it's hard to find these red tips that go to the rotor, so look out for those. And then back here, another feature which they really didn't talk much about, it's the engine. The exhaust engine area here, so that's kind of cool too. And it does two things. It holds the vehicle together in a way, and it also looks pretty cool. So one of the big differences between the two vehicles, the Dragonfly and the Tigerfly, The fact that we have a black rotor on the top, which I think looks really cool. It's striking. And I think that the original would have looked better with a black rotor also. It's actually possible to pop that off and to put on one of these. I might do that one day if I come across a cheap enough extra Tigerfly rotor. But anyway, so the other differentiation between these two, other than just the major color differences, is the fact that the missiles and the front cannon and the side machine gun, all of this is a different color. And yes, we did say the color is the difference, but the missiles go from being sort of a dark green to being a bright red, which I think really pops on a shelf. I don't think that would be something that you'd actually see in real life, but then again, I don't really know. So looking down here at this bright red cannon versus kind of a drab cannon color, and then this here looks pretty cool. So that's where really the big differences are. So we can look at the rest of these fun features like the winch. Now, I just recently learned that the winch, I don't remember putting mine together back in the day, but you can just push it in and pull it out, which, okay, it's easier said than done, but that's how you get it in and out. You just kind of squeeze it and it pops in and out. So also you can have, I don't know how long the string is. It's like 18 inches long, but then you just roll it up. Just make sure it's positioned right. So it's really easy to swap this part out. You don't have to do much to it. So I like that kind of stuff. Now, they did go with a black landing skid or whatever, and so that is a difference too. So trying to swap parts between these two, you really can't. There's really no swappable parts other than maybe this button, which is about the same color. So that's kind of cool too. And then with that, that's about the only difference other than the pilots. Now, getting the pilots out, the canopy is supposed to stay in the up position, but you have to have it in there just right. And some of these, it just doesn't work right. I can't get this one to stay in position right, but I did have to heat it up and reform it. So that's probably part of why, because it was kind of majorly misformed. And then pull your figure out. Now, they do have a two-seater in there. And one of the things I wanted to show before we get into looking at the pilots is the seating position. Here's what it looks like with two figures in it, but I wanted to go another step further, and I wanted to see what a new figure would look like. And I'm going to use the Tigerfly because the canopy stays open versus my Dragonfly where it doesn't stay open. Neither of them actually stay open. This is the 3.75 inch figure, so let's see, can you squeeze? Well, this is a 4-inch, I'm sorry. 4-inch from the modern era, which I don't know. Is it Renegades or something? Will Snake Eyes fit in there? And he's taller. Yeah, he fits in there. He doesn't cause the problem. Yep. Looking at the pilots, Wild Bill was the original pilot of the Dragonfly, and a whole lot of fun. And then they put in for the Tigerfly, Recondo version 2. Now, what I'm hearing about this is the mold wasn't available for Wild Bill, or they just would have recolored Wild Bill, which would have made sense, and which is, well, we got Recondo. Now, this is my childhood Recondo, which is why he's in such great condition, no broken anything on him, and so I was kind of happy about that. I was looking to get one on the aftermarket, but I didn't want to spend those prices, and I never kept his accessories, I guess, so we could take a look at original accessories. This is an original Recondo and original Recondo accessories, but they are repainted for the Tiger Force. This is supposed to be a black gun, and this is supposed to be like a really green gun, and I think mine are all accessory pack ones that I got. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not really worried about chasing down accessories for the pilot for my Tigerfly. So I've already shared my thoughts on what I think about this vehicle, and it's impressive that it was made in 1983. The whole design of this was 1983, and it still carries on today as being one of the coolest vehicles in the vintage G.I. Joe realm. And if they put it out in the modern day, it would still be awesome with yet another repaint. So one of the best vehicles made for G.I. Joe, the Dragonfly, Tigerfly, and whatever other names they have for all the different colors that are out there. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this one of your favorites? Like and subscribe. Tydarium Hanger out.
Recondo, at your service, Doctor. It's hot, snake-infested, and wild. So we'd better go in by air.
I picked up a coded message.
Home in on the signal. It'll lead us straight to Cobra. Wild Bill, you and Ripcord follow us.
You got it, leader man!
Are you all right?
Yeah, thanks to your sharp shooting, Scarlet.